Long ago, in the village of Dhaga, near the shores of the Big Sea,
there lived a woman named Senait. She was unlike anyone else in the village. Senait was tall, taller than most men. Her body was big and heavy. Her face was twisted in strange ways, and her eyes were so sharp that children cried when she looked at them. Her skin often carried a bad smell because of a sickness she had. No matter how much she washed, the smell never left her. Because of this, no man wanted to marry her. Even her own brothers and sisters kept their distance, ashamed to walk beside her. When she tried to join the women of her age, grinding grain, singing songs, or fetching water, they would whisper and then run away, holding their noses. When she went near the young men, they mocked her, called her names, and laughed at her size and her face. Senait lived a life of loneliness. Her only friend was a little boy named Bekele, the son of a poor farmer. Bekele was kind. Sometimes he would sneak to her hut and sit with her. She would tell him stories of the stars, or they would sit in silence listening to the waves from the distant sea. But one day, Bekele fell sick. He burned with fever. The villagers, frightened and cruel, pointed their fingers at Senait. "It is her!" they shouted. "The woman who smells of death has bewitched the boy!" Her family did not defend her. No one did. The elders ordered her to leave the village. "Go to the forest," they said. "We will not keep a witch among us." Senait begged them. She swore she had done nothing. She cried for Bekele, her only friend, but the people pushed her away. That night, carrying nothing but her pain, Senait walked into the dark forest near the sea. She found a cave between the rocks and made it her home. She ate wild fruit, drank water from small streams, and cried herself to sleep. Many nights she thought of Bekele, wondering if he had survived. Once, in the deep of the night, Senait could not bear her sorrow. She went back to the village quietly and stood behind Bekele's home. She whispered his name, "Bekele, Bekele." But his parents heard her voice. They shouted at her with anger, calling her a curse, and chased her with sticks until she fled once more to the forest. Time passed. Senait remained in the wilderness, hidden and forgotten. One night, as the moon shone on the sea, she saw a strange glow on the water. At first, she thought they were spirits. She looked harder and saw large ships like floating mountains gliding toward the shore. On their decks stood men with skin pale as the moon and bodies covered in strange clothes. She had never seen such people before. Fear ran through her body. She ran as fast as she could to the village. She screamed, "Wake up! Wake up! I have seen spirits from the sea. They have skin like fire ash. They are coming this way." But the people only laughed. "She is mad," they said. "She sees demons everywhere." Some threw stones to chase her away. No one believed her. Heartbroken, Senait went to the edge of the village and sat alone, her tears mixing with the dust. Then, just before dawn, the strangers came. They were not spirits, but foreign men, Europeans, armed with guns. They moved silently, capturing young men and women, tying their hands to take them away as slaves. The warriors of the village rushed to fight, but the white men's weapons spat fire and thunder. Many brave Ethiopians fell. From her place in the shadows, Senait watched her people dying. Something rose inside her: anger, sorrow, courage. She ran forward, screaming with all the strength in her chest. When both villagers and foreigners saw her, they froze. Her size, her twisted face, her wild hair, and her smell, combined with the way even her own people fled from her, made the strangers believe she was a spirit of death. The villagers, terrified and ashamed, stepped back too. The foreigners shouted in fear. "A demon!" some cried. They fired their guns, but their hands shook. Senait charged at them with a stick she had picked from the ground. Her voice thundered, her eyes burned. The foreigners began to scatter. Some dropped their weapons. The villagers, seeing this, gained courage. They picked up their spears, their shields, their axes, and joined Senait in the fight. Together, they drove the invaders back toward the sea. The ships left in chaos, never to return. The village was saved. For a long time, the people stood staring at Senait, the woman they had mocked, the woman they had cast out. Now she stood tall, her chest rising and falling, her face filled with tears. For the first time, the people bowed to her. The elders came forward. "Senait," they said softly, "forgive us. Without you, we would all be gone." From that day, Senait was no longer an outcast. The villagers called her Imaye Senait, Mother Senait. She became their leader, not because she was beautiful, not because she was loved, but because she was brave when no one else dared to be. And though the scars of loneliness never left her heart, the people of the village finally understood the truth. Sometimes, the one you reject is the one who will save you all. Her story reminds us that true strength is not in beauty, nor in acceptance, but in courage. The courage to rise even when the world stands against you. This was the tale of Senait, the woman who saved her village from Ethiopia. If you enjoyed this story, give it a like, share it with others, and leave a comment with your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more powerful tales from Africa Chronicles, one story at a time, one beat at a time. Take care.